Welcome back to That's Debatable. I'm your host, Stanza Yvette Esquire.
Boop, 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 boop.
I gave myself a clap this time because I never do. Joining us today is the culture referee, Ray Daniels.
Boop, 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 boop. I always look to see who clap because I pay everybody. So I be trying to see who clapping for me. I don't pay you. You don't got nothing to worry about. You good, bro? But I'm looking for motherfucker. Chad didn't. I'm like a Chad. Yesterday was the first motherfucker I paid you yesterday. I want to clap for that.
Yeah, that graduation clap, okay?
Exactly. All right, cool. Let's go.
Our favorite contrarian.
Oh, okay. Brown shirt, Brian Miller. Let's go.
Our favorite contrarian, Brian Miller, guys. Yes, he's here today from Alabama. The queensiest of them all, Jack Dance.
Oh, he got one clap.
Ray is
He on it today.
For Jack.
I hate on the Queens.
Jack gonna have to earn them claps for me. I need to see. We don't never know what Jack is gonna show up. Some days he adds, and some days he just fucks us up. Like he was here to just trip us up. So we don't know. I'm gonna give him.
We're gonna get to that. We don't know what
we don't know yet. With listen,
I like that.
you notice Nikki.
no idea
Notice
what
Mickey.
we're
She
gonna
calls
get
him the contrarian, me the culture referee. We don't know
Queensiest.
what else to say about. We don't know who. We don't know
Is it
which.
because you from Queens or?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
He is the queensiest.
That's a fact.
Say less.
He is his Mr. Queens.
Say less.
Today we
Mr.
have
Queens.
Mr. Queens. We have a guest debater today. He is the founder and CEO of Pendulum Inc, Mr. Mickey Factz.
Here we go. Let me see them claps.
Do you have anything you want to share? Anything you're working on?
I mean, yeah, sign up to Pendulum Inc, penduluminc.com. If you are an MC or a rapper or a songwriter, you want to get better at your craft, this is the place to do that.
Love that.
Love that. Come on, man, with a school.
Yes,
It's
sir.
like excellence. Okay,
Doing
so
superhero work. Love it.
It's a lot.
it's a lot. All right, so here on That's Debatable, we have two rules. The first rule is just be cognizant of when other people are speaking. We don't want to speak over each other. We're going to get very passionate about these arguments, as we know Ray sometimes does, but
Yes.
we want to hear everybody. So be sure to not speak over one another. And the second rule is my favorite rule, which is respect my gavel. If you hear the gavel, you see the gavel, you got to respect the gavel. So if I sound the gavel off, we could be merging into a new segment, or I could hear some cap, or I could just
Don't bang that gavel.
It's my gavel, it's my discretion. I can bang it when I want
bang
to.
that
You
gavel.
agree with those rules?
Yes.
All right.
Can I use the gavel too?
No, it's mine.
Say less.
I don't share well. You learned
You
that.
did say that I could use it. Now, that's off
When did I
camera.
say that?
She was like, you can use it till that. You literally said that.
I never said that.
I don't want no problems with you. Let's go.
I never said that to him. He just made that up. Anyways, let's begin. We're going to start with my opening statements, which are just like real short debates, things that are going on in the culture right now. So let's get into Miss Cardi B and Offset are back in the news again. Offset is requesting spousal support, and Cardi's going off. She, as you know, she's dating Stephon Diggs, who recently just signed, a 3-year, $69 million deal, 26 million guaranteed. So they've been parading around, and they both just went Instagram,
That's good money.
a public, they confirmed it on Instagram, the both of them. And I just want to know your thoughts on this, because Cardi is vocal about how she feels.
I want the contrarian. I want to hear
And we're back with Barnell Hill. No, listen, here's the thing. Listen, one, keep your business private. That's number one. Like, I told you, they have kids. Like, all of this is something you control and go back. It's like, okay, mom and dad were duking it out and you were dating Stephon and all of that. It's like, listen, if you're ordered to pay it, pay it. I mean, listen, this is how I feel about spouse. I know, but this is how I feel about spousal support. This is what I'm saying. You got two multi-millionaires. So I think it's silly, number one, to fight over who's going to pay what. And you have millions of dollars. It's silly for her from a money standpoint to make that, because the kids are taken care of. Let's call a spade a spade. But they're both being petty. She's being petty via social. He's being petty because he's jabbing back. So, I mean, it's just a petty fight.
Nobody wins when a family feuds.
True.
This is conflicting to me because we celebrate them when they're together. It's almost like we made them, and now we're watching them fall apart. And I don't know, like, to me, I think Cardi is losing it. I think that Offset is playing the game with her, and the most emotional person always loses the battle. She's being really emotional, and I just want to say this one thing. It was very interesting to me when I saw Offset was asking for spousal support. I thought to myself, that's some lame ass shit. But then I thought to myself, women do it to men every day. So then it's kind of like, who do we want to be, right? Do we want to be the people that's like, men should do this, women should do this? Or are we the people saying like, there's no more rules? Because all Offset is doing to Cardi is what people do to people that hurt each other. And if you make more money and he wants more spousal proofs, like, what's the problem? Like, you know what it is. My only thing is, like, love is weird to me because if we loved each other, there's no way I can genuinely hate you. Just me personally. And you know I have some exes that I'm like, but like, if I loved you at one point, I still love you. I can't switch that up. I can't just start hating you now because you pissed me off. And I damn sure wouldn't diss nobody who I love publicly.
Yeah, it's petty, man. I mean, you know, I'll let you speak on it. It's petty.
I think that spousal support and alimony is a legal thing. So Offset is potentially accustomed to the lifestyle that Cardi B was presenting for him. So, from a legal standpoint, he is entitled to that. Morally, obviously, we're men and we have a woman here. Morally, men are supposed to be the breadwinners and we're supposed to take care of the household. And a lot of men will refuse spousal support. But being that they are millionaires, we don't know their affairs, we don't know their assets. So it's a little difficult for me to kind of come in there and say what's supposed to happen. But what I will say is he's going to walk away with something because she has more money and she has more assets than he has.
Let me ask this, though. Does it change? Because a lot of the times we see, I don't know which state they filed their divorce in. So, different states have different laws. But infidelity, does he deserve spousal support when he's the cause of the breakdown of the marriage? Also, does he deserve that when she has full custody and takes care of the kids full time? Does that change your perception of him deserving the spousal support?
I feel that if the cause of the divorce is infidelity and they didn't sign a prenup,
that is business.
Right, but in a lot of states, infidelity is enough for you to not get spousal support.
No, right. I agree, but not knowing the particulars. Right. Evidently,
we don't know like
he's entitled to it, though.
Right. We don't.
Yeah. I think he's just being petty.
He's definitely.
He's just being petty.
We know he's an Atlanta nigga. Of course, he's being petty.
He sees his woman moving
with another dude,
with another dude, and that is the way.
But her stepping out.
Hold the fuck up, man. Like this is my problem with the society. Stanza, you're naturally gonna take the woman's side.
No,
but no. You're literally like, that's some bitch shit to take the money.
No,
like,
I'm saying I didn't say it was, but you said that it was.
No. But when I said it, you nod your head like, yeah, I agree.
I mean, I do.
That's my point.
But at the same time, but I didn't say that.
But here's my point. My point is that if a woman cheats in a divorce and he divorces her, she still gets something.
Not necessarily. No, they don't.
No. Listen, what I'm telling you is I have not seen a woman that cheated and got
but
nothing.
To your point, it depends on where it is. But
there's definitely situations.
No, I'm saying, give me one. If you give me one, I haven't seen one.
That happens.
But we know. Listen, this is not to be sexist, but there are more women that give it to men in that regard every day.
Absolutely, I'm not negating that.
Right.
I just asked you, does it change your opinion if she's taking care of the kids full time, which wasn't addressed, and if she the cause of because the divorce, a lot of what gets split up is based on how you have to. Most people say irreconcilable differences is the cause of the divorce. That's usually the easiest way, but you have to give a reason as to the fall of the divorce. Cardi can say that the fall of the divorce was infidelity or whatever. So that's all I was asking is, do you think it changes the tone of what he deserves based on
I think the infidelity,
her having the children and taking care of all of the children?
She should not have stepped out publicly with him because they're not divorced yet. So now they are both committing infidelity. So that we could kind of take that off the table.
Really good point.
We could take that off the table right there, right? Now, in terms of the children, most times the courts lean towards the woman with the children. Plus, she is making the most money. So, essentially, he's probably going to get spousal support. what Cardi should have did was keep the Stephon Diggs thing low key. She should not have stepped out.
The person with the most money has to be the most careful one.
Yes.
And she has the
There's
most
a
money.
song.
And she's
She
not
was very
careful.
reckless.
And she's
Cardi
not careful
ain't
at
lost
all.
in court yet, so we'll see how it plays out.
A song by Orange Juice Jones, Walking in the Rain.
She moving on quick from
She
that.
ain't lost court yet. All right, so Diddy, we all know, is on an ongoing trial for racketeering, conspiracy, transportation to engage in prostitution, and sex trafficking. Most recently in the case, the former Intercontinental Security Guard testified that Diddy gave him or paid him $100,000 in exchange for the video of him attacking Cassie in 2016, or the assault on Cassie in 2016. I just want to know your thoughts about the trial and about this new testimony that they received in court.
I just want to say this. Brian, pay attention to the trial coverage.
For sure.
Every time a woman talks, they say he lost. Every time a man talks, he say he gonna get off. You ever notice that? Lauren LaRose is like, they did that big one. He about to get beat. The prosecution can stop right now. It's over. And then you see people like Vlad like, this is not a RICO trial. And even people like me, I don't think this is a RICO trial. I think he gets off. I think that we're going down a very slippery slope that we don't want to go down in this case. Right? I think we are. And it's funny. It's kind of like when we just, to go back when we talked about the spousal, like, if that was a woman and a man, nobody would have an opinion on it.
Yeah.
But because it's a man asks for spousal of a woman, there's opinions on it, right? So we understand where we are morally, right? You know what I'm saying? But for me, I just think he's gonna get off. And it's just interesting that women want him. Women are hearing the trial one way, and I'm hearing the trial another. So even the $100,000 thing to me, like, I think that that's a bribe, but I don't think that. I asked you in the office before we came on camera. I don't think everything I'm hearing he did wrong. That doesn't sound like 20 years to me.
But you know what happens? It's the letter of the law. It's almost like the Capone thing. I can't get you on anything else, so I'll get you on tax evasion. So this is trumped up for sure. I mean, it's Diddy, it's high profile. It's tampered because, again, if you paid for that tape and it was confiscated, then that means only you and the authorities had that tape. So they put him on trial in public opinion court before this ever went to trial. He whooped Cassie in the hallway. How do we know that? Because the tape came out. You had the tape. So my thing is, it's a lot that could go.
He had a copy of the tape.
A copy of the tape. But what I'm saying is it could go either way. But if you're asking me, is that a smoking gun in a RICO case with everything else they got going on? Yeah, it's like Babe Ruth. Like, you can point to the fences on that one. Because that's tough. Like, you paid $100,000 to cover up a crime. Obstruction of justice, one. Sex trafficking, if we're going by the letter of the law, yes, you sex traffic. You're into drugs. You're into intimidation and coercion. So it's like, to a reasonable doubt, it's like, yeah.
Have you ever got a speeding ticket for going 5 miles over the speed limit?
Of course.
5 miles? No.
Of course.
Not over 10.
Oh, no. Over 5 miles? No.
You know the police can still give you a ticket for going 5. They just don't, right?
But
because it's some shit that's a waste of our time.
But this is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. Let me put it to you like this. You're talking about a dude. We can all say he's got a God complex. Like, okay. So we're talking about a guy that's been untouchable for what? Damn near 3 decades?
30 years.
3
Okay.
decades.
That being the case, you saw Training Day. You have to ask permission to go after a dude like that. It's too many people involved. Somebody does not want to see him walking around as a free man.
I'm not saying that. I mean, obviously somebody don't. That doesn't mean that he's going to not be a free man because somebody desires to put him in jail.
I don't think he's doing 20.
I think he's doing 5.
He's gonna do something, but he's not doing 20.
I think he's gonna do time served.
Time served would, but I think
He's
it's
already
5.
been in for a year
I think he got to
almost.
do another 2.5 in this phase.
He's gonna do something. You know, we haven't heard the whole case yet. I also feel that Cassie probably was the trump card.
She was a smoking gun, if you ask me.
She was the smoking gun. Cuddy, I thought Cuddy was gonna be a smoking gun. Didn't turn out that way. Even though he blew up a car, like who? Like I've heard of
allegedly.
I've heard of women scratching up cars, and I've only heard of cars being blown up in mob movies. He's like a supervillain. He blew up a car, right? And I thought that was going to be the smoking gun, but the public opinion was like, he just blew up a car. It's whatever, right? And people are like saying, this is, when you look at Diddy, like this guy, like you said, 3 decades. You think about all of the things that he was involved with, all of the artists that had something to say about him, all the artists that passed away, all of the nasty contracts, all of the court cases, everything, and this is finally what they got him on it, and I don't feel like it's enough, but they're gonna get him for something, and he's already guilty in the court of public opinion. He's cooked in the court of public opinion. But the
court of public opinion,
so was OJ.
Like you
and that was another thing.
So was OJ.
But why isn't this televised like the OJ?
Because it's a federal case. You can't
do
state.
it.
You can't. Federal.
And we don't drop names on this podcast, but he should have gotten that other mogul package and got that vacation package from that other mogul.
Who?
Oh, Russell.
We don't drop names on this podcast.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
You say he should have ran?
He should have went to Bali.
Yeah.
Bro,
but that's God complex.
Well, your face is when you gotta remember. Puff is like one of the top 5 most famous black men.
What does that mean?
Nigga, you can't hide
no
nowhere.
extradition.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why
you can't bring him back. That's why Russell's not coming back.
What I was gonna say though is the court of public opinion doesn't really matter. Like we can go about this all we want to. It matters what those jurors are going to think. And at the end of a trial, the jury is given basically definitions. They have to follow, if he did this, if the prosecution proved this, then it's like yes or no kind of questions.
Correct.
And so they have to deliberate these things. So if they're able to prove it by building the case, it's kind of like they're piecemealing it all together to show that it's like most people think like, oh, they hear Rico thinking like, drugs and guns and violence and
he did have guns.
But it's all of those things. In the end, he's had drugs, he's had guns, he's had violence. But I think the sex part of it is throwing people off because he's sounding like he's just a freaky ass nigga. No, this man it's like they were trying to. I think the prosecution is doing quite well at just showing little pieces, like you said, blowing up someone's car.
Yeah, they're dehumanizing this dude.
People off. Those are types of things that are in furtherance of the Rico. So I just want everybody to like I don't have a dog in the fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a dog in the fight. So but I just want people, especially people that don't know like the law that. They're piecing it together.
I want to say this about the law because I hate when lawyers talk like that. Because let me tell you why. If the law was the law, then why would 2 lawyers argue against the same side? It's the argument you can make. It's not just the law because if it's the law, then 2 lawyers should not go. They should be on the same page. This is what the law says. This is what you did. But it's what you can prove and what you can prove in court. And what I'm telling you is that there is disdain for this man. But I haven't heard nothing. That said, but I also didn't think Tory Lanez should have done 10 years. So maybe I don't know shit, right? But what I am saying is that based on what I'm heard so far, I think that this feels like something that he gets 2 years on, a year served. I
don't think so, because I feel like you dehumanize the dude. It's almost like, okay, you put me on trial for speaking out against black women. Who's on the jury? Stanza. I'm dead.
Okay,
gone.
Let's talk about that then. Okay, there's one factor. How old is everyone on the jury?
You shed light on that pre-production.
Average age is over 60.
Oh.
What? Nobody, older folks don't get, like, this is the new shit. Older folks, like, all he did was have sex. I'm telling you, I believe that he's going to walk. I just believe it. I haven't heard anything yet. I don't think Cassie wants him in jail. I don't think no one wants him in jail except for the prosecutor.
Shit, Cassie might at this point.
No, she doesn't. Because if she did, she would have filed a criminal lawsuit rather than a fucking another lawsuit. Come on, man.
I'm saying after the trial.
It doesn't matter. She didn't. If she did, she would have done it. I don't think nobody wants him in jail. I think they're picking on him because he's a famous, successful black man with a bad reputation of taking advantage of people. And I believe they're like, you know what? This the one nigga we could go after that's big that y'all all should be quiet about. Because don't forget, we heard he took Biggie publishing for a Lexus GS300. We just heard horror stories about who he is. But who he is not what he's on trial for. And all I'm telling you is this, as a black man that's watching a railroad of another black man who everybody who's talking crazy about him was trying to get into his parties at one point, right? So it's like, it wasn't like he was nobody. Most people didn't get in. So there's resentment for the man. I get it. But that doesn't mean he's guilty. That just means that people don't like him. And I believe that old folks, if it was young, they wouldn't care.
Well, hold on. Do you think he's guilty? Technically.
I think he's guilty of doing bad shit. I don't think he should be on a RICO charge.
A RICO is multiple smaller charges combined.
I get it.
And I think he's done multiple. I don't think he has a criminal enterprise. I believe he's done small crimes.
and they're trying to make it a criminal enterprise.
I don't.
That's what I
believe
believe is happening.
I don't believe he has a criminal enterprise.
I listen.
I believe he's done criminal things,
Right.
that he's gotten away with.
And I do. But most successful people do.
True.
That's true too. That's
That's
true.
another thing about America. That's why they mad that you hate to see a successful man. Like, get him. I get it. But
That's true.
if anybody on this stage was in that same scenario, you probably gonna pay the money.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody's saying like that. And here's my only issue with the trial, that we can go on to something else. Cassie did wrong. All of the escorts were wrong. You can go out to escorts for what they did. Everybody committed a crime in it, but they're only going after one person. I think the jury is going to see that, spot it, and be like, they all was guilty. That's what I believe will happen.
I mean, he was the head of the tree. So,
all right. Yeah. My last little one is about Miss Latto. She was in headlines discussing her body count. A streamer was asking her, why does it matter? Why are you so proud about, loud about your body count, this and this and that? I just want to know your opinion. Does it matter? Do y'all ask
What's
women
her body count?
The body count?
What is her body count?
It's on one hand.
What is it? Oh, it's on one hand.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I think I'm gonna say this. I said it already. I think body count matters. I think the only people who are going to tell you body count don't matter are the people who are sleeping with multiple bodies. And I think that if Latto, body count is, by the way, I'm not saying it's a deal breaker. I am saying that it matters though, right? It matters. And Latto, a young, black, beautiful woman taking pride in not sleeping with a lot of men, people are like shaming her for like, who cares? Body count don't matter. It matters to her.
Right.
Like some women, their makeup don't matter. Some women, they do. It's like, I don't get why people are offended at the body count thing. It fucking matters.
It does matter. It does.
It matters.
I'm curious as to what you think as a woman.
I mean, I don't have many bodies, so
I'm not saying like your body count. I'm saying like, how do you feel about her?
Do you think body count
I
matter?
don't care. I mean, I don't care about another woman's vagina. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
And we know we see our bodies. We only talk about bodies of women, the bodies that women caught. I don't think
Right.
a woman cares how many bodies a man caught.
Right.
I mean, I feel you. I'll say this. Listen, after, not to rewind, but after the trial, I'm just like, damn.
What?
After the Puff trial, like the whole thing with Cassie, it's like, shit.
You got a lot of bodies?
Let them tell it. Shit. Bruh.
What? Don't say nothing bad about no woman on here.
No, that's
you can't
right.
say that.
I'm not trying to, but damn.
Yeah, that's good. I talked about this already on the Radar Report. I tell people I hate that we shame people for being proud of who they are. Latto didn't sleep with a lot of people. That's something she's proud of. I can count how many women I've slept with on one hand with unprotected. That's something I take pride in. Like, I take pride in that, right? So it's like, why can't I? The only nigga I get mad at me taking pride of using condom is a nigga with 8 baby mamas from 8 different women. Why does that matter? Shut up, nigga. The guilt. It was, nigga. This is irritating your soul because you're that. If the body count conversation irritates you, for the record, where's my camera? If the body count conversation irritates you, you just told us about your body count issue. That's what I'm gonna say.
I agree.
Rick James. No, let's keep it moving.
All right. Well, the first topic I understand came from a debate with you that y'all had off camera.
So Mickey, someone I've been knowing about for a very long time, met a few times. I saw him write something about, I think Jack Dan sent it to me, like, what you think about this? And he says something like, I want to misquote you, but it was something to the fact of like, Biggie has more verses than Andre 3000.
Yes.
So I immediately went to my calculation in my head and I'm like, hold on. Do I got 10 Andre 3000 verses that I think Biggie can't fuck with? I think I do. And by the way, I said on record, I think Biggie is the greatest, most talented, most gifted rapper from voice to delivery. Everything you need a rap to have, Biggie had it. And I think that's why he was the best. But I put Jay-Z over him because Jay-Z had a long period of time.
Okay.
Right? But Biggie is, to me, like one of the greatest.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Andre 3000, he's the most gentleman, sincerest rapper, and I think that
I agree.
And I think that the only reason why I would give him, I think I would give it to Andre versus. Only reason why I would give it to Andre over Biggie is because Andre always found a way to include positivity in his verses, and it always left you feeling something. So when he says like, I came into this world high as a bird of secondhand cocaine powder. I know it sounds absurd. I never toot it, but it's like he was like really spitting about real shit.
Yeah.
And to me,
Poetic.
you know, Dre doesn't have a suck on your daddy's dick line. A lot of men punish Big for that. A lot of as the MC God on the stage, a lot of people punish him for that. He doesn't have any like suspect lines, and every year he got better.
Yeah, that's fair.
Until he stopped rapping.
I mean, you know, my quote is just more. He just has more verses.
Yeah, but who has better verses? Who has better?
That's
better verses?
That's subjective. I mean, for me, I think
That's what I'm asking you. You're subjectively asking you.
subjectively, I think the variety of what Andre was able to do over the span of 29, 30 years with less verses, he was able to do more, right? He was able to mature. We were able to see a man become himself. We got Andre when he was a young 20-year-old, and now he's like an old 40-year-old. 50-year-old, right? So he's able to talk about different things. Biggie was literally, he died at 24. So think about a 21-year-old to 24, and we're comparing him to somebody who lived
in that
That's
pocket.
true.
Okay, hold on.
3 decades
Hold on.
longer.
No, Mickey, that's why when you said it, I was like, hold on.
That's cool. That's cool. But
So-
in that pocket,
In that pocket, if we compare from 94 to 97, Biggie got him.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
So
Could you have
in
a
terms
school?
of yes, I do have a school. Yeah.
I want you to rank them because I feel
You
like
want me to rank?
no. I want you to give me your ranking of like a Madden. So here we have a God rating, right? Where we ask people like yourself, like Madden, right?
Right.
Like where would you rank Jay? Where would you? So if you had to give Big a rating number based on just the 3 years he rapped,
He would
and
get
you
like
had
a
to give
99.
Drake-
He would get a 99.
He would get a 99. What would Dre get?
Dre would get like a 96.
boo this man.
Why wouldn't he get a 96?
Listen.
My-
Okay.
okay,
Let me tell you why.
explain why I say he should get a 96. And it's the age old quote.
I know how Math Hoffa felt now. Boo this man.
There is no solo work. I can't physically say there is one solo Andre 3000 rap song with 2 verses and a chorus. You can't find one. It doesn't exist.
Still not fair.
There is no, wait, let me finish. There are songs
Go ahead.
that he has that are past 3 minutes where he's just rapping, but there is not one solo.
Take into
Rap-
account Outkast though,
I
for
want
2
to
seconds.
ask you a question. What
Big Boy,
Mickey, give me.
No, take Big Boy out of it. I'm saying
has
same song.
solo albums.
Yeah, but take Big Boy out of it.
Okay, we can take Big Boy
Same
out of it.
songs. Andre still very, very instrumental in the hooks.
Yes.
Probably more so than Big Boy.
But they're not solo songs.
I feel that, but who's a better rapper?
Who? Andre or
Big.
Or Big Boy?
Yeah.
I believe
No,
Biggie.
Andre or Biggie.
Or Biggie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Biggie.
See, here's
He
my
pro-
thing.
he proved
Let me say, this is what Ray said, right?
Outkast
Ray was
with a
like,
K
he
in the
gave
niggas
us
is
messaging.
hard.
Yes. Now I agree with the content.
But
I'm
no,
not
but
gonna
let me
go
say
against
this.
the
Let me
I
say
want to
this.
ask him a favorite Biggie verse. Give me like my favorite Biggie verses. If I'm being honest, all my personal favorite Biggie verses were on records where he was with people. More money, more problems. Throw your rollies in the sky. Like he was on. That was Mason Puff on there. The Get Money remix. That was Kim and C's. Right. Like some of Big's best. The Bone and Biggie verse. Some of Biggie's best verses were with.
I think his flow was iconic. No question about it. And I think that was a
Fair.
major part of it.
That's fair.
But here's the thing. Take an Eddie Murphy on the comedy side. GOAT, right? We can
Yeah.
all say that.
Yes.
Bring in a Dave Chappelle. Same thing Ray said. Dave Chappelle mixes comedy with consciousness. And he does it well, seamlessly. That's what Andre did with rap.
Yeah. Like.
Is Dave Chappelle better than Eddie Murphy though?
Yes. Look at me.
No.
Look at me. I'm telling you, absolutely
No.
yes. It's not. Listen.
Damn.
Eddie Murphy has 2 fucking great specials, Delirious and what was the other one?
Iconic,
Raw.
Ray. Delirious
Raw.
and Raw were like...
Bro.
Chappelle got like 6 of them.
No, but you got to look
He
at the time.
ran the
Better.
80s.
He ran the whole thing.
The
whole
whole
thing.
decade.
The whole
He
was
ran
his.
the entire
Coming to America,
decade.
Boomerang. It was
The
just...
entire
Wait, no,
decade.
y'all didn't say who has better. Movie.
No. We said who's
Thank you.
No.
I'm just saying.
Talking about
Who's
overall.
funnier?
Who's funnier to you?
Who's funnier?
Eddie Murphy's funnier.
I think Dave Chappelle is the funniest stand-up comedian of all time to me.
So you keep saying
and then I would say
stand-up.
George Carlin.
No, you're saying stand-up. We're saying who is the funnier comedian?
Like funnier.
And what?
All around. It's Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy
got him.
birthed that
Dave
whole
Chappelle.
generation. It's like Richard Pryor.
He
Red
did
Fox
movies.
birthed him,
He started
and
movies.
birthed
He
all of
ran the
them.
80s. He had his own television show, the PJs. He did stand-up comedy. He put people.
Without
He put
him,
Dave
there's
Chappelle
no
on.
Keenan, there's no Robert Townsend.
What are you talking
there's
about
no
here?
Martin. There's no Dave
So,
Chappelle.
see, are we
there's no
arguing-
Chris Rock.
We not. Thank you. We are
Okay,
not.
yeah, we all talking. Fair.
I just said Dave Chappelle is a better comedian than Eddie Murphy
That's
to me.
crazy.
And I believe that Andre 3000 is a better artist than Biggie.
I agree with the better
I think
artist.
Biggie is a better rapper.
I agree with that.
But better artist, Andre 3000 is
I
a
think
better.
Andre's both, and I know
That's
I know
crazy.
New York.
Man,
That's
Outcast with
nasty.
a K, and them niggas is hard.
That's nasty
Harder
work.
than a
I'ma
nigga
tell
trying
you
to
why.
impress God.
Why it always gotta be
Biggie's
a New
flow,
York thing?
Listen, I know, and New York is so ingrained. Biggie's flow is amazing, but dude, they were rappers, right? New York, Biggie is a rapper. Nas is a
Biggie had a
rapper.
dark cloud around him. That's
Okay.
my only. That's why I would give it to Dre over Biggie. Because
Okay.
Biggie, even as a kid, listening to Suicidal Thoughts was very conflicting from me.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, 14, when I die, fuck it, I want to go to hell.
thought he really
That
died
was-
on the album.
That was
As a
very.
kid.
So Biggie had a dark cloud over him, and it's very easy to be great with darkness over you than it is to be great with light over you.
For me, this
And
is
Andre
like,
3000
this is like
was
Stephen
great
A.
with-
talking about Jordan and LeBron. As much as I'm not a LeBron fan, I think he's top 5 all time. But Jordan is the GOAT. So, but it's not a bad thing for me to say that he's number 2, because like, damn, if I say you're number 2 to Andre's number 1.
Are you from Atlanta?
Yeah, no, I'm from Alabama. but,
Alabama.
yeah.
It's a southern thing.
See, look, they start laughing. As soon as he said Alabama, a New York nigga laughed.
It was a southern. It's a southern
I
thing.
mean, who's the greatest rapper from Alabama?
Shoot,
Why the
I don't.
Right.
Thank you,
knows?
Sam.
Right.
Who knows?
I feel it's tough. Biggie had to do 3 verses on 2 albums. One was a double album. He wrote Lil' Kim's album, the entire thing. He probably was writing for Puff. In 3 years.
C's too.
I'm not mad at
And he wrote for Little C. He wrote the entire Junior Mafia album.
Andre saying Andre
produced
couldn't do
the
that for the South?
entire. Andre produced the entire Outkast Bombs Over Baghdad album. He did that entire album. Bombs Over Baghdad was Drake, produced by Dre. And then they came
Incredible.
with a double album, and he literally had niggas in the hood
Incredible.
riding stanza.
had
Rest
niggas
rest
in
in
the
peace
hood
of Slow.
singing, "Hey,
I never
Ya."
forget. He had niggas in the
Fire,
hood riding in
singing,
their old
singing.
school car to
He was
I
singing.
hope
He
that
wasn't-
you're the one.
He wasn't rapping.
If not, you are the like. You know how
these
hard
are-
that is to be a nigga from the hood and make niggas go in their feelings.
That's
Dre
an-
is better.
That's an incredible. He's an
Artist.
incredible. He's a better. He's
a better
definitely-
artist.
He's definitely a better artist. We're not debating that. What we're debating is all he has to do for me and for a lot of people that are his fans and people that are also against what he does is just put out a solo album. Instead,
want
he
to.
he wants to put out a flute album. He wants to be a flutist.
I mean,
then he
listen,
wants
yeah,
to
I
be a
don't know
pianist.
what a 50-year-old
Now he's a
Next is gonna be the
pianist,
drums.
right? He even.
That's bucket list though. You know.
I mean,
But
come on.
But
Mickey's-
I
Mickey.
think
As-
Biggie definitely got more classic verses than Dre though, bar none.
I mean, Queen Latifah is the
See, when
equalizer.
niggas like that
So
talk,
I'm
see-
saying it's bucket list shit.
Mickey, ask him to recite a Biggie verse.
Recite a Biggie verse.
Armed and dangerous, ain't too many can't bang with us. Straight away, no angel dust.
Label
Label
us
us
notorious.
notorious.
Don't help him.
Thug us niggas that love the buses. Stranger us, y'all niggas be scrambling, gambling. Up in restaurants with mandolins and violins. We just sitting here trying to win, trying not to sin. High weed and lots of gin. Some more smoke need oxygen. Stanley counting Benjamins. Nigga, you would too if you knew
fucked
what
up.
this game was.
You should
I
too.
got most of it.
You should too.
It don't matter. It's a classic verse.
Yeah, look at Mickey. Look at Mickey. Mickey's not with you right now.
It should be
Mickey's
should.
like, you should, right, Mickey? Not you would too.
It should.
Okay, cool. He don't know it. Let's go to the next one.
Biggie's the greatest
Let's
rapper.
go next subject.
Classic
Who
verse
had
though.
the best verses? I don't think. Who'd you say?
Dre.
Nasty.
Biggie does not have a better verse than. Biggie does not have a better verse than. I got a text from this girl I wanted to see.
I was just about to say. So
Like
Biggie's
the
best
International
rapper
Players
out of New York
Anthem,
then.
Biggie does not have a better verse than International Players Anthem. And I'm a Biggie stan.
I would, if I was to put a Biggie verse that could compete with that, it would probably be the first verse for Juicy.
No, that was whack. I don't like Juicy. Juicy was
surface.
No.
Damn near.
Juicy was a statement, but it wasn't a great record.
It was a great record.
No, it was a statement.
Juicy,
It's a
it's
great
cool.
record.
But if you play
It's
players
like-
ball in the South,
Okay,
it's like
better
you're rocking a
versus.
whole room.
Who you got,
It's
Mickey?
beginning to look a lot
Who
like
got the
whoa.
better verses?
It's Biggie. He's gonna say
B?
it's gonna.
You asking
You're
me?
gonna have to be the
Say it, Brian.
tiebreaker. He's gonna say Dre. He's gonna
Jack.
say Dre. He's gonna say Biggie.
Okay, let's go to the next subject.
All right.
What about
we
you?
gotta-
Are you the tiebreaker?
I don't know. I like
That's
them both.
fair.
I
That's
like them
fair.
both.
That's
They're
fair.
in the middle. Just split down the middle.
That's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
Go ahead.
All right, so our next topic, Whack
Two more
100 says that the game is a better rapper than Jadakiss. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Is the game better or is Jadakiss better?
I think that's blasphemy. It's no way in fucking hell. Whack 100 must be like, I don't know what the fuck he got going on, but there's no way in hell he thinks that the game is better than Jadakiss.
I'm gonna say this. First of all, I fuck with Whack for standing with his guy.
Got to.
That is his guy. That's who he made his money with. I think Tehran is better than everybody. I made my money with him. You ain't gonna tell me he better than Tehran is better than Pharrell on him. That's what I made my money with. So let's give Whack props for that. But I will say this. This is when I'm kind of like conflicted because my personal opinion is no way. But I also think Game is a top 5 West Coast rapper of all time.
Absolutely.
But I just don't think Game, I don't think anybody, there's only about a few names that can be mentioned in the same breath as a Kiss as far as rap, and it's Biggie and it's Jay and it's the greats. I don't know if it's the Game.
No, no.
Yeah, the game. That's big homie. Jada is big homie. I'm gonna have to lean towards Kiss. Not only does Kiss have 9 years on him, Kiss has freestyles that people recite as songs.
Yeah.
I don't
know
think
what I'm
the
saying?
Game would say he's better than Jadakiss.
Nah, he should. He would. He should.
I don't think Jada. I don't think Game would. I don't think.
But you
Game
know what
would.
it is? It's kind of like styles. It's kind of like, do you want the ground and pound team or a West Coast offense? It's kind of like what your preference is. That's why I'm not mad at Wax saying Game, because they're awesome. Listen, my best friend Boo Man, you cannot tell him that Kilo is not better than Tupac.
Kilo Ali.
Kilo Ali.
Nigga, this nigga will swear, he will recite you a 50 kilo verse. And so my point is like, that's why I started That's Debatable, because it's so interesting being a New Yorker that moved to the South.
Right.
You start realizing how people are like, you can't talk about that. And it's like, why can't I?
Right.
Why can't I say that? Like, and for me, it's like watching you be so like, I can't. It's like, dog, let's be clear. For the record, Jack Dance says Wax not here to defend himself. The Game has sold more records than Jadakiss.
I got a question for
And
you.
he has a classic album, and the documentary is a better album than
all of
Kiss
Jadakiss
the Gang
stuff.
Goodbye.
I think
This is true.
I
Well, no,
agree
would
with
you
that.
agree with that?
Yeah.
So then you
absolutely.
can't just act like
Yeah.
the Game is somebody to slap, like somebody to laugh at.
I didn't say he was a slouch
Yeah.
at all. Like I agree. I think overall that Game may have, like, his catalog may have better records
Solo.
and definitely the documentary, of course, because that was,
Who's the best rapper
50
from
Cent
New
was
York?
involved with that as well.
best
Like,
rapper
I
from
think
New
all
York?
time
I
from New
think-
York of all time.
Biggie
I
is
would say-
the best rapper from New York to me.
Better
And
than
then
Jay?
I would say it's Jay.
better rapper. See, Jay-Z is my number 1 of all time, but I think Biggie was better.
I think Biggie is better than Jay.
I think Biggie is the most gifted rapper to ever touch a microphone.
He just got cut
I
short.
think, but to my voice, deliverance, experience, like the ability to do all different styles.
Who's
Like
the best rapper from the South?
Andre 3000.
Okay.
From the entire South?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is better than Andre 3000? From the South?
Nobody. And please don't say Future. Don't do that.
No, I wouldn't.
Future,
come on.
no,
Future wouldn't even say
I-
There's
I
a
wouldn't
lot
do
of guys
I
that
wouldn't
do that. They like Future's the GOAT, the guy. I'm like,
Future skill is the
No,
same
no,
thing.
no,
Him and Dre bring something different to the table. But for the record, I'm gonna say Dre.
there's not a rapper from
What's
the
we got,
South.
Stanley? We got one more. What?
Yeah. Well,
What's the last one we had?
You wanted
wanted
to
my
do
top
You
5?
said 80s and 90s, and then
I wanted to do his top 5.
His top 5 and God rating.
Yes, so it's all you. So I want to ask you, Mickey, give me your top 5 MCs of all time, but I really want. So I'm gonna treat you like I treat Punch, right? Because Punch is like, y'all niggas rap level. Y'all rap mine is way higher than mine. I'm gonna
Right.
give you that.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna ask you, give me your top 5 MCs, and then tell me what you rating them on.
So, top 5 MCs of all time. It's tough, but if I had to, and I
What are you
Do they
rating
have
on?
to-
Tell me what you're rating on, because you have a school, so you see rap differently than most.
So definitely albums, impact, obviously rhymes, and songs and influence, and you compare the great albums to the misfires.
Yes.
So if I had to do that,
You going in order?
no, in order is too tough, and it's
Now, if you give me the names, I'm gonna ask you to do order, because what I'm gonna ask you is I'm gonna ask you your God rating.
Jay-Z,
Number 1.
Nas,
Oh shit.
Of all time?
of all time.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
He a Nas hater.
You hate Nas?
No, I do not hate Nas.
They think this show does, but we love Nas. We got respect for him. Finish what you're saying.
Okay.
Jack is really the reason. I'll tell you that, bro, later. But Jack's the reason why we think we hate Nas, because he basically was bragging about Nas. I said rapping Nas verse, and he couldn't. And it was a Queens nigga. It was like a
You
big
couldn't
deal.
rap a Nas verse?
Shit.
But he's the greatest of all time.
Hold on. So Jay Nas.
Jay, Nas, Kendrick.
Of all time?
Lamar.
3. Okay, I like this.
This is not in order, but I have him there. I have Kendrick in there.
Oh, I'm actually putting in order too, by the way. So
After I see the names.
Exactly. I'm writing it down for you.
I need to see
So
the
Kendrick is in your top 5. Give me 2. You got 2 more.
Tupac. Gotta have Pac in there. And last but not least,
It's got to be one person. It can't be but one person. Who are the 4 so far?
Jay-Z, Nas, Kendrick, Tupac.
Can't be but one person.
Don't say Pimp C either.
I'm not gonna say.
What? What's wrong with Pimp C?
No, I'm saying.
Who do you think is the one?
No,
person?
Biggie.
It has to be Biggie.
Oh yeah, it's
based
Biggie.
on-
Biggie.
yeah, it
Biggie.
has to
Biggie.
be.
Biggie. I thought I said Biggie, by the way.
So yeah, so we got Biggie, Jay, Nas. So basically we got Biggie, Jay, and Nas, the Holy Trinity, like how niggas
New
argue,
York.
and
Yeah,
then
I'm
you
a
got
New York nigga, so-
Kendrick and Pac.
DMX.
Give me 'em
turning
in
his
order.
grave right now.
In order.
Yes, from fifth to fourth. I'm gonna go from 5th to 4th. Or we want to go 1st to 5th?
First to fifth.
Okay, give me your first one.
I got Jay first.
Okay.
Second, I would have Tupac.
Okay, I ain't mad at that.
I would have Nas third.
Ugh.
I would have Biggie fourth, and then I would have
You got
Kendrick.
Nas over Biggie.
No,
Can I be real with you?
I would have
I ain't gonna
Biggie,
lie. That's one of the most respectable top 5s I've ever seen.
and then I would have Kendrick fifth.
Why do y'all, the New York guys, why do y'all overlook DMX every time?
So DMX, you got to say it respectfully. DMX has 3 great albums, the first 3, and then
Downhill.
it begins to spiral a little bit.
But I'm saying, we're saying your body of work, if you got 3 solid
You said that so unfortunately,
Yeah,
right?
right.
It
No,
gets a
it
spiral.
begins-
like that's hard to do.
No, the first 3 are great. The first 2 came out in the same year. The next one came out, I think, 2 years later.
Yeah.
So then he lived for 20 years.
So I'm gonna ask you a
And
question.
then-
I'm gonna flip it on you now. I'm gonna keep asking you. Give me your top 5 rap superstars, biggest stars in rap history.
Stars in rap history.
And I'll give you mine too if you want.
Drake,
Yep.
Kendrick,
Okay.
Jay-Z,
Okay.
stars,
You missing?
Kanye. I mean, this we got to do that.
Okay, you got one more.
Eminem.
I fuck with you, bro, because you be saying names. Like for me, okay, the only person I think you slighted in your list, so you got Kanye, Eminem, Jay, Drake, Kendrick. I would have took Kendrick out and put Wayne. I think Wayne's a bigger star than Kendrick.
For sure.
I think Wayne is a bigger star than Drake.
And a better
I
rapper.
think Kendrick is I think Wayne is a bigger star than Kendrick and Drake. Star.
Because now if you're going off body of work and
Because
impact.
you gotta remember, star to me, star says, I don't give a fuck. The light's gonna shine on me no matter what I do. So Wayne can go out there rap, he can go out there play a guitar. I just think he's a star and his audience is obsessed with him. Cause he don't even get Wayne is the only artist, rapper, black rapper that gets away with murder. He the
3
only nigga that say
decades.
Black lives don't matter. Like he'll say stuff and be like, I don't watch the news. I don't care about that. And we be like, just leave and everybody on this list, I'm about to piss y'all off. Well, not Ye and not M. But Jay, Drake, and Kendrick Well, nah, Drake is different. Drake is not a star to me as much as he's just a cheat code.
He's a pop.
Because it's nothing
he's a
interesting
pop
about
star.
him. Like it's nothing. Like Drake has. It's nothing interesting about him.
Right,
Like,
right.
He's
That-
just
that
a
I can
Drake's
agree.
a certified
Justin
lover boy,
Bieber
great
are in the
rapper,
same category.
mixed. He's in the
can-
same.
yes.
He's pop without even trying to be.
Without even trying to be
He's
pop.
pop. That's
So-
why I'm like, I don't know if he's a star.
He's
Like
a
to me,
star,
like to
but-
me, like to me, I think the biggest. To me, here go my top 5 hip hop stars. Wayne is. By the way, Jay is not even a star to me. Jay is not a superstar to me at all. He's just a great fucking rapper and a great businessman. Not a superstar. Superstar to me,
I don't know
star to
about
me is, listen, star quality. Like, I don't think anybody sees Jay-Z and says, he's a star. I think people see him and say,
What's your definition of star?
to me, stars is someone that shines no matter what, even
there
when they
was a
don't
time
want.
when
It's
he
like,
was a
but like
cheat
this. Let me
code
tell you
too,
something.
right?
Stars
Jay was a
can't
cheat
be.
code at one
Stars
point.
can't be built. Stars is what's in you.
Yeah,
If
but he
Jay
wasn't
drops
built.
if Jay drops a verse today, the internet shuts down.
That doesn't mean he's a
Wayne,
star.
No, Wayne dropped the verse last week. It's kind of quiet.
No, but. So you talking?
She said I
Hold
didn't
on,
know
hear
he
me out.
did.
No, hear me out. But hear me out.
But a star is always
Mickey.
gonna. But a star is always gonna shine.
I want to say
Ray.
this. I want to say this. You're right, but here's the thing. Wayne is at that white space where it doesn't matter what he does musically, and we got to give him that. He does. And by the way, he's going through beef with Cash Money, I guess, with his contract. So it's a lot of stuff that goes on with him. But
That's fair.
Here's my top 5 stars in hip hop. Stars:
Wayne.
LL Cool J.
Okay.
Star.
Okay.
LL Cool J. That
Okay.
nigga's a star.
Yes.
Yes. Nicki Minaj.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at
Star?
Nicki Minaj. I'm not mad at Nicki Minaj.
Like Nicki was gonna shine no
Regardless.
matter what. She's a star. So I got Wayne, LL Cool J, Nicki Minaj, stars. Kanye, he's definitely on the list. Can I tell you something? I'm about to piss all of y'all off. Just because you here, I want to piss you off.
You haven't yet.
I'm going to right now. And I'm gonna read the name I just wrote, Stanza. Read the name I just wrote right there.
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow was one of the biggest rap stars of all time.
Nah, we're not.
Bow Wow was one of the biggest
We're
rap
not
stars of
doing
all
that.
time.
Think about Bow Wow.
Bow Wow
but
was
he
a big
We're not
star.
doing
We didn't say
that.
talented. We didn't say rap. We
But you
said
said
stars.
of all time.
Bow Wow will shut malls down. No rapper. So let me tell you why I got to factor. Let me tell you what's very important that you factor in. Most of the people I factored in was what came when they was kids. To me, stars is kids. Like Wayne was 14. LL was 16, 17. Fucking Bow Wow was 13. Nicki was, I don't know how Nicki was, but she was a young girl, 21, 22. My point is like, to me, these are people who, whether they rapped or not, they were like like what do they call those dolls that we would have as kids? The action figures you would play with. Those are stars. Like, and you know what I'm gonna say is a star.
Listen.
And I'm gonna say, hold on.
Listen to me.
Hold on. You know what else I'm gonna say as a star?
star.
You know what I'm gonna say as a star that I'm gonna piss y'all off. Last one. I think this nigga's a star. 21 Savage.
If you are
He's an
ever,
honorable mention for me. He's not the one all time because he had enough time.
if you
But
are ever on trial for
that knife-
anything,
that knife on his head is iconic.
listen to me.
You have 21 over Eminem.
Yeah.
If you-
Eminem, hold on. Let me say something to him. Wow. Eminem, let me tell you something for the record. Eminem, and I've told this to Royce, Denon, like those. I thought Eminem can never be in my top anything, and let me tell you why. Because he doesn't play by the same rules that everybody else does. Every rapper has to make club records. Every rapper has to make.
He made a club record.
No, he did. What club record he made?
Ass like that. It's not a good song.
Nigga, when nobody look at the room. I ain't even heard that shit. I've never heard the gavel get hit.
I didn't say it was a good club record, but he made one. He made one.
Yeah.
That's why y'all got me here. Y'all want me to
No. And by the way, did you hear Eminem's verse on Lean Back? It was one of the worst verses of all time from Eminem, and it was on a club record. So the reason why I don't give M top anything is because M was his own thing. He didn't
I
play by.
agree.
He didn't play by.
He
He
didn't
didn't
play
make
by
club
our
records.
rules.
He
He
could
didn't
say
play by
my
our
mom's a bitch. I hate her. He could talk. He didn't play by rules that other black artists had to. So I think it's really unfair to bunch him with them because he came with a whole
but
nother
a whole
built-in
lot
audience.
of black artists did that's better than 21 Savage and Bow Wow. I told.
Star?
Listen to me.
Star?
I'm telling y'all this. If you go on trial
No, 20,
for anything,
no, 21 I said is a bonus. He ain't made it yet, but I think
Bow Wow,
21.
on June the 3rd.
You don't think Bow Wow? Hold on. You don't think Bow Wow at one
payment from Bow Wow?
You don't mean to tell me you don't think at hold on. I'm asking
at
y'all
one- no,
two.
at one
I'm
point,
asking
yes.
y'all three. You don't mean to tell me at one point in time Bow Wow at his height
cooking.
Bow Wow at his height is bigger than Jay-Z at his hype.
No. No.
Wait a second.
Bow Wow will have fucking mothers, kids, and everything.
Wait,
we don't give him his props because he grew up to be a kid, and he might have had some little moments at times.
That's cool.
But Bow Wow, star.
I'm understanding what he's saying.
That's a moment.
Star.
You just said Bow Wow is a bigger star than Jay-Z.
He is at the top as a rap star.
Okay, so we have to quantify this. What is Jay-Z's height?
The Blueprint is one. The Blueprint.
He has had higher, I believe.
No, I think, and then there was the Blueprint 3 album with
Volume 2, probably Hard Knock Life. You don't think that's?
You can tell it won Volume 2 because he had to drop a Volume 2.1 with slimmed down songs because nobody wanted to buy the double album. Let's be clear. Volume 2 is not it.
That was Blueprint 2.
Volume.
Blueprint 2.
That's Blueprint. Blueprint 2. Okay,
It's a
Volume
Hard
2.
Knock Life.
Oh, okay.
Hard Knock Life. That
was a big pace, but I think Jay. I think the reason why I don't want to give Jay a star because Jay is brilliant at how to make the proper moves to put him. You a rapper. You understand how it is. When I mean by star, Jay-Z is a star because he gets on the mic and he says something that is ill to all the men in the room. But Bow Wow had screams. And I'm sorry, I gotta take this. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna take off one name. I'm gonna take off Kanye.
And replace it.
And I'm gonna add Kanye. I'm gonna add DMX. DMX is the biggest star in hip hop history to me. Hip hop history being star.
Snoop.
DMX. Snoop ain't never got on the mic and growled and the fucking crowd lost their mind. He never got on the mic and said, nigga, DMX he was a crackhead, he loved dogs, he was a drug addict, he was all these things, but the one thing he always was he was always Dog Man X, and that's why we fuck with him. Leo said something. Leo said, he was on Drink Champs. I'll never forget, he said, I signed DMX. And they was like, Nori was like, that was crazy. He said, don't give me credit for that. He said, my mother would have signed him. Anybody would have signed him. He was a raw in the middle of think about this. He was it's another thing that factors in star power. He was also in the middle of fucking, what's the shit? You gonna help me?
What?
Fuck you, DMX. Like he was in the middle, I went blank, I'm sorry.
Rough Riders.
What are you saying?
No. What I'm trying to say is that, DMX, in the middle of the Hard Knock Life tour. That's what I was trying to get to. Jay-Z tells the story.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, mind you, DMX was the biggest artist, but Jay-Z was the businessman. So he put the tour on. Rockefeller ran the tour because they were businessmen. Sure. But X was the star.
He closed the show.
I agree when that nigga come out, Hov closed the show. But Jay-Z
out,
said it was like X closed the show because he barked. Nigga, this nigga's on stage making grown men cry when he pray. Yep. He making grown men feel like when he rapping street shit. He got girls they calling girls bitches. He is literally, and they're going crazy by the way. He is literally to me the biggest star. And then I think LL Cool J is number 3. I think number 2. I think Bow Wow is number 3. And then
I can't even fathom the Bow Wow.
I'm not mad at his list.
See, Brian, you don't know.
No, I do know, but this is what I'm saying. Remember what I told Matt? When Biggie and Pac died, there were days where the entire world woke up and said Jay-Z's the best rapper on the planet. It was unanimous. It was like, he's the best right now, period. I don't think that's ever been done for... Bow Wow was a celebrity.
We're not talking about rap.
I ain't saying rap skills.
If we're talking about star power, I know how Biggie was.
Every time he did 106 in Park and TRL, and I know because
he shut it down.
Wrapped around the whole
I
fucking
get
Times
that is
Square.
star
The
power.
whole Times Square.
Jadakiss is a greater rapper than Bow Wow.
Well, if that's
but
the
Bow Wow
case,
is the biggest
Brown,
star.
Biggest star on the planet? Because if he does that, Chris Brown shows up anywhere right now, it's like shut down.
But I don't think it's the same thing when Bow Wow was in his height. 106 in Park.
I don't know if 21 Savage shuts down Lennox.
Real said 21 Savage is a star because he don't give a fuck. I like X same concept. Like a star doesn't give a fuck what the world thinks. They're gonna do them. Listen, you can say what you want. I think I should call Jermaine right now. I think Bow Wow is the top 5 rap star of all time. Rap star, and I'll put him over Jay-Z.
Of course, he's gonna
co-sign it. Yeah,
no, Jermaine will tell you the truth.
No, I'm saying, but I think he believes that though. And I'm not saying it's a terrible opinion. I'm just like it just threw me. Bow Wow.
It just depends how you define star. But like I said, come on, like the Times Square is like a 10-block radius. Whenever he did TRL, whenever he did 106 in Park, they're all. It was like lines galore.
It looked like Madison Square Garden when we won Game 6.
Mothers was taking off work to take their
daughters
up
there
to
Bow Wow.
Me neither.
Get on.
Yeah, I don't want to say that bad.
Star. We ain't say rapper. We didn't say artist.
I do agree that
we said
if you're
star.
saying at the height of his career, then okay.
Yeah, he shut malls down all over the country. So I'm not mad.
But
at
he's
that.
also a kid star.
And it was
That's
also-
different.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
LL Cool
No,
J
no.
was too.
It was
wait,
also
that
pre-internet. It
matters.
was pre-internet.
No, that
It
matters
was also
now.
pre-internet.
And
That
by the way,
matters.
shout out to my brother Hitmaker. He also has Bow Wow has the number 1 song on the radio, urban radio right now.
What?
See, look, niggas sleeping on Bow Wow. That nigga a star, bro. He a star. He might not be a great MC. Nobody gonna put him in a top anything. But stars, we need to put some respect on Bow Wow.
He was supposed
No,
to be
he
my
was
boyfriend when
a
I
star.
little.
See?
He was a star.
See,
He was a star.
See, everybody, her age group, that nigga is God to them, nigga.
No, he was a
When I
star.
was
He
little,
was
when I
a
was
star.
young.
Okay, he just got lame as he got older because he didn't know how to be
Right.
cool.
And we watched him grow.
And we watched him grow
We
into
watched him grow.
a man that wasn't fully a man. So
Right. and he didn't improve
Yeah.
lyrically. So like we saw Wayne and then
And you know what I always told Bow
Wayne
Wow,
grew.
you know, and the only thing that I think hurt Bow Wow, that hurt his career going forward to a bigger level, I swear to God, you don't think I'm playing, his beard.
his beard.
He didn't grow a beard. He still looked like a kid. Like he still like if you grow a beard like Sammy has a beard, so they think Sammy is a man, right? If you grow, women equate. I know I can't grow one. Women equate beards with man. Like
So you're not a man.
no, I said women do.
Oh, okay.
If you think a nigga with a beard is the man, I ain't the nigga for you. I'm just being honest with you. But I'm saying
I
if
tried to
Bow
catch
Wow
you
grew a
slipping.
beard, I think Bow Wow would have been looked at as it's like he didn't grow a beard and he also didn't grow no inches either.
What about?
Wayne didn't grow a beard.
Yeah, he did not grow.
Yeah, but Wayne was at 14 to my dropping dick and bitches, and
That's true.
And Bow Wow was 14 talking about dating your mama. I mean, ask your mama for a date. It's just different, you know.
No. You're making great
He was
points.
throwing
Valid
them
points.
shakes. What about the women? Who's y'all top women? Because y'all always leave. It get real.
The top women stars.
sexist out
Hold on,
here.
hold on. I'm gonna give you my top women stars in rap. All right, my top women stars:
Shit, it ain't that many.
Queen Latifah.
Definitely.
Dog, Queen. First of all, I just want to
Nobody's
shout
hair is better than her.
Queen
Ain't no argument on
Latifah
that.
did something for Arsenio Hall. I already loved her, but Arsenio Hall show was being canceled, and she put on like a 30 rapper performance
Where all the rappers
dedicated to
came on.
Arsenio. I love Queen Latifah, so I'm gonna say Queen Latifah.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna just fuck the game up and say Glorilla. I think Glorilla is a star.
Top 5 all time.
Star. Glorilla's a bigger star than all of them to me. Star.
It's 7 p.m. rap.
She like. Let me tell you why I say that. She's like a little boy. She's like a little boy that raps like 7 p.m. Friday. Like it's like she's perfect. Like she's literally. I think Glorilla's gonna be one of the biggest stars, and when it's all said and done in rap. So she's number 2. Glorilla's number 2. Number 3 is Nicki. And by the way, this is not no order. By the way, I'm just
Okay.
like I
I
said
agree with-
Nicki.
I
So I'm
agree with
going
Nicki.
Nicki.
I agree with Nicki.
And then I'm gonna go number 4. Ooh, I'm gonna piss y'all off. I'm gonna say Sexy Red.
Boo!
I think Sexy Red is a bigger star than Lauryn Hill. Star!
Wow.
Star! Star, guys.
Oh
No,
my God.
Hold on, listen. Let's be clear. Just because you're a bigger star don't mean you're a better actor.
She's
Like-
not a bigger star than Lauryn Hill.
No, Lauryn Hill wasn't really a big star. She was just.
She was in a movie.
No, she was huge. Right?
She was no, Lauryn Hill had fascination about her because she was a really talented artist and she made an amazing album. But that
Fuji
doesn't
fame,
make you
Sister Act,
a
and
great.
then
That doesn't make you a star, Mickey.
Miseducation.
Come on, you got
I
a
mean,
rap school. There's a difference between star.
Okay, listen.
Okay, that's, you only got.
Hold on. I got
Keep
Queen.
going.
I got Queen Latifah. I got Nicki Minaj. I got Glorilla.
Sexy
You
Red.
said Sexy
Lil
Red.
Kim.
Okay.
Don't ever respect that iconic picture.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna say
You said Sexy Red.
I'm gonna take her off now.
Oh, okay.
Because you think Sexy
Hey,
Red is
nigga,
bigger than Cardi?
I ain't write it down yet. Huh?
Cardi is a
Oh, I'm
bigger
so
star.
sorry.
Cardi.
Cardi B.
First of all, Cardi is
She
big.
broke a lot of
Cardi is the biggest star on this list. I'm sorry, I forgot. I would say Cardi, then Glow, then Nicki, then Queen.
You
then
got
Kim.
you got her
Glow
over
over
Nicki.
No, Cardi
as a
then
star?
No, Cardi then Nicki then Glow.
Okay.
Leave me the fuck alone, man.
I mean, you
Trying, my nigga. I'm writing shit down. I'm putting shit out. But that's right, Mickey. You're right. I'm sorry. It's Cardi number
Nicki.
1, Nicki number 2,
Queen Latifah is a
Queen Latifah's
is a
number 3,
Yes, he has to be.
Glorilla's number 4.
4 is crazy.
And then I put over Lil Kim. Star.
And you think she's bigger than Meg Thee Stallion?
Star?
Yeah,
Yes.
star
I
power.
don't think Meg Thee Stallion's
No,
a star.
Glorilla.
I think okay, so you know what I want to talk to you about, but I know we're wrapping up, but I got to do this. It's very important. I think I want to start doing this more. A lot of people hear us talk and think we're talking as fans. They don't know what we actually. They don't know that like when I'm talking, it's like an NBA scout. Like I'm not. It's like an NBA coach. I'm not talking like my only goal is how can I use you to win. Right. So it's not even like, are you better than that? It's just how can I use you to win? Like, that's how I see that. So for me, I just look at it like from this standpoint, you guys are like, obviously Glorilla is not she doesn't have a bigger legacy than Lil' Kim. And I get Lil' Kim is Lil' Kim. But I'm telling y'all, when Lil' Kim came out, let's be clear. She came out with the hottest nigga in rap, who was also signed to the hottest producer in rap, who was writing her fucking rhymes and producing her music. Let's be clear.
I mean,
hold on, I'm gonna finish. Glorilla popped up out of 150,000 songs that day, and was fuck nigga free, literally, and blew up, and now she's headlining fucking arenas. Like, Lil' Kim has never headlined arenas.
Meg Thee Stallion has.
Meg Thee Stallion. Okay, so here's my thing on Meg. I don't think Meg Thee Stallion is a star. I just think she's really fine, and I think that she has a machine around her that she makes great records. But I don't think she's a star.
See, I feel the same about Glorilla.
I know she was, but I'm just saying. But here's the thing: star to me, like, how about this? I think Usher has a better catalog than Chris Brown, but I think Chris Brown is a bigger star. That's what I'm saying. So it's like star is different. Star just means who the people have an interest in, who the people have a connection with that's deeper. Than, like, people love Chris Brown like they love Jesus, my nigga.
I do, but we all know what the impact of 2004 and
of course
and all that.
Yeah. I just said he got the better.
Right.
If I had to manage one, Usher first, of course,
right?
Because Usher's a better business, obviously, but Chris Brown is a bigger star.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And my thing on Meg is that I think Meg is dope. I think Meg is dope as fuck. But I think a lot of elements pushed her to the top.
Missy Elliott.
Oh my God.
Shit.
Okay, can I say? Hold on, Mickey. I gotta say something. I swear to God, I never considered Missy rap.
But she is rap.
She is a rapper, but I never considered Missy rap. I always thought Missy was like, to me, Missy was talented. That figured out how to, like, she was almost like Salt, like she went with anything, and you know what I'm saying, like, it's just she just could fit everywhere. But I don't look at Missy as a rapper.
I think her talent made her a star.
Her talent.
I agree with his list, but I would take Glorilla out and put Missy there.
Okay, I'm not mad at that, but if I'm considering Missy in the rap category, I'm putting Missy there. But I'm just saying, I think, bro,
I like his
when
list.
I saw Glorilla for the first time, I heard her voice.
Yeah,
I was like, this girl is out of here.
I only like 2 records from her.
What? Glorilla harder than all of them.
I like
make better music than all of them too.
Nigga Free and
she
Glow.
I like Glorilla a lot.
No, I think she has a lot of upside.
Doja Cat is more talented than all of them, but she's not a star to me because she doesn't embrace any audience. She's just a talented person that makes great music that the audience loves. But she doesn't have like a I ain't seen people going crazy for Glorilla. Like, I think, like, I mean, for Doja, like, I've said things. You know what people went the crazy on me about? For who the people went the craziest me on? Ashanti.
In what regard?
Because I just said that she was a cheat code. Like Irv basically had her around all these men. You got to understand how you break in the act.
Yeah.
She was around all these men, and instead of him trying to make her like her own thing, he just took men remakes and pushed her right through there, and she was bigger than everybody for a hot second, but that didn't mean that she was better. So I was just saying, like Alicia Keys could play the piano, right? Mm-hmm. That was her superpower. The Destiny Child could dance. Like, every artist that got signed back then had a superpower. They had a hit. Or a hit producer. She had a hit and a hit producer. A. Marie, same thing, hit producer. She had it. That's why she worked. But that doesn't mean she's a superstar. And that's all I was saying. But Stans, you can wrap it up. I won't get no more trouble.
Well, you don't mind trouble. You don't. But Mickey, thank you for.
By the way, come back anytime, bro. I want to ask you so many questions. I just love a rap nigga.
I love it. I loved all of the questions. I love the banter, a lot of different opinions, a lot of varying opinions. But I think the one thing that I pull away from this is, you know, everybody back their opinions with strong fact. And I got to respect that. So even the lists that he had, I had to sit back and listen to it and be like, you know what? I can see that and I can agree with that.
Okay,
Let's get it.
With the wrap up. Well, I think he's...
That man owned a school. He said he said a comment about that man owned a school. Wrap it up. He know better than anybody. He owned a school.
That's debatable. We'll see you next time.
Boop.